And welcome back once again, everybody. Welcome into our second race of the evening here in our fifth week. Oh my god, that picture. That's beautiful. Anyways, welcome into our second race of the night here in our fifth week of the Binding of Isaac Racing League second season. That picture on Rumm's side. This is why I love our racers this year. So we're all having fun with this, and as you can see, we're basing this off in the National Football League. Rumn, the Baltimore Ravens, is your racer on the left-hand side. As you can see, giving crap to Morag. Or to tehMorag, sorry, that was really hard to say, that was a tongue twister, who is your Miami Dolphins representative on the right-hand side. So again, you can see the good-natured fun being had with both sides here, but these two are on a call giving crap to each other, I'm sure. So amazingly enough, we have a race of two Canadians here, one playing for Miami and one playing for Baltimore, so that worked out well, right? Totally, thumbs up. No, I'm kidding anyways. But nonetheless, as you can see, these guys are both starting off on the basement one. Cellar one in the case of tehMorag, so he's got the expansion version of the floor. We'll get to that in a bit. But both race as Isaac. We both have the D6. What we do is a best 2 out of 3 down through the womb 2. So whoever kills off Mom's Heart first is going to get a point where it says 0 down at the bottom of the screen. We'll reset them both at that point, and then get them started off again here from exactly what you see with this type of race. Excuse me, looks like Morag's going to mess around with the screen for a moment here. Or if he even knows that that happened. Oh, I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. There you go. I was going to say, I know exactly what he did. OBS, I know exactly what happened there. So anyways, but like I said, they're going to race. There are 7 banned items that nobody can pick up here. So let me get these listed out in chat. Again, root for your favorite team. Let me also get the link in chat for you for both of their chats. What is it? Split. I know how to spell. But again, you can see the 7 banned items. You cannot pick up Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, Toothpicks, or the Shovel in this race. You can D6 those, but again, only those items. So the D6 only usable against 7 out of 198 total items. But again, you guys are good to go whenever you're ready. I don't even know if you can hear me or not, but feel free whenever you guys are good. What's up, Reap? How you doing? Oh god, that answers my question. I will do what I can, believe me. I will do what I can. The racers are here to help too, so my pleasure. And they are off and rolling here, so again, good luck to both. On that note, lucky foot for tehMorag on the right. We got brother Bobby on the left for Rumn. So Rumn will have a little follower here with base damage tiers. And Morag's got himself some extra luck. Well, it's not his luck stat, let me clarify. What's going to happen is Morag will never get a bad pill again. He's only going to get good stat up and neutral pills. Also, whenever he gambles on purple slot machines and the 3-card Monty guy, the purple slot machines he cannot lose. So there is a possibility of some gambling happening here. Because purple slot machines can give you some great items sometimes. But we'll see how that pans out for Morag. Yeah, the Lucky Foot's a phenomenal item, it really is. If I see that and I can afford it in a double deal especially, I will grab it instantaneously. Instantaneously. And Morag already finding his first boss fight. Again, Rumn just looking for the same here, which is kind of funny because on the Cellar you would expect that to take longer to find, but clearing both about the same amount of rooms, Rumm's still looking. Ooh, finding more dead ends. Morag onto that first boss, getting pinned to show up. And again, for those that may not have seen the first season, we're in the second season of BOILeR right now. Morag is one of our returning contestants. So last year, I believe he was, I can't do math, 2 games out of making the playoffs. I can't do math really well right now, and I don't remember the records, but he was pretty close to making the playoffs last year. So looking for a little bit of redemption right now. Also looking for his second win of the year here. So he's looking to tie himself up with New York Video Game Freak in second place in the AFC East. What's up, Minecraft? How you doing? And of course, Rumn getting bombs kicked in. Like, you have to love that, don't you? That's the beautiful thing about this game. Like, you think you're safe, next thing you know, boom, something kicks a bomb straight into your face, and there goes all of your health. That's why you gotta love it. Anyways, Morag coming across this item room. No key yet. Will he be lucky? I've called this twice tonight. Will he get lucky enough to have a key spawn? Or a troll bomb. Not quite what we're... Oh, he also took that towards the wrong rock. He could have gotten a free item rock out of that. Anyways, Rumn onto his first boss fight. Gonna wind up with Monstro here. And speaking of boss fights, Morag also finding his second one. So again, very short floors here for the basement. You don't really have to worry about any time differential yet. It is pretty much just like 3 to 4 rooms separating the two. What's up, Ray Ray? Good to see you. Yep, Morag's first item was Lucky Foot. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And again, still missing out on a key. We don't know what Morag's second one is yet because there is just no way for him to get into that item room. So, there you see, Lucky Foot. Not exactly the luckiest thing. A little bit of range up for Rumn with Mom's Lipstick, and he'll be moving on to the basement too. I'm doing great, Ray Ray. Thank you very much. And there you see Morag still working on Monstro. And again, he's got the champion version. You can see how much larger it is, let alone it's got a lot more health. And I do mean a lot more. Again, Rumn already down to a sketchball, half a red heart at the moment here, as he's been getting trolled pretty heavily. And though still holding on to keys, so he has that advantage over Morag, where he's actually going to be able to get his item rooms. So again, there is always that advantage. Maybe Morag gets the box of items at the end of this, perhaps can get into that item room. If not, he's pretty screwed here. Because you really don't want to be skipping over item rooms on your first few floors, though that's going to give him a bit of an advantage now that Rumm has actually died to those shots. So back to the beginning for him, a little bit of heals that Morag doesn't need. Wire code hanger will be fire rate increase. I didn't even see what Rumm just rerolled there, honestly, so I didn't get to see which ones we're putting into chat, but rerolled something into the I've seen everything glasses. Ah, it was toothpicks, that's what it was. So again, Rumm did not want those useless things. So let's see those no TPs, there you go. But again, those are the only items that you can reroll. Toothpicks give you a shot speed increase. We let the racers reroll it because it's really not that great of an item. So honestly, we just let them reroll it so they can at least get something out of it. Not one racer has taken that yet this year. Not one. And that's showing up plenty for that matter, but not one has been willing to take it. And speaking of the Liberty Cap, we've seen this quite a bit tonight, actually, so I'm getting right on into that Super Seeker room. Liberty Cap will give you one random mushroom effect every room that you go into. Now, the other thing added onto that is that you can actually get the compass effect. We saw that actually utilized pretty well by Mellow Ace in the last couple set of races. So again, if you get two rooms side by side cleared out, you can walk back and forth between them, and hopefully at some point your compass actually procs, and you can actually tell when you're in one of the rooms exactly where everything is, make your way on over towards either the item room or boss fight you might happen to be looking for. And correct, you can only reroll the banned items. There you go. Oh, man. Speaking of soccer bombs, Rumm again getting trolled by these things. Monstro just happened to kick one directly out of the way from where he landed, so that bomb did no damage to him. No more bombs for Rumm now, so geez Louise. Can you get trolled any harder by any type of soccer bomb, sir? No TP. Are you threatening me? Very nice one there, Haku. Mom's lipstick again. Oh, Moss gonna be a happy man. Where's Moskal? Where's Moskal with the oh-so-happy face? As we see my little unicorn shows up for his buddy tehMorag, as I like to say. But yeah, that unicorn horn. Anybody with that becomes Moskal's instantaneous friend, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you know, want to be Moskal's friend? Have that item. No, but again, 7 seconds of invincibility and damage dealing while you're using it. No unicorn. Yet another key and a couple of bombs for Rumm out of that chest. Excuse me. And Isaac said, gonna do pretty much no good for Rumm at this point. He'll keep that Liberty Cap. It'll do a lot more for him. Pinking Shears on that note. Really good space use item. You'll probably see him utilize it against boss fights mostly. There you saw the Liberty Cap actually proc the compass for Rumm for that matter, so he knows about where he's heading, or maybe he didn't see it because he headed the wrong way. Either way though, what Pinky Shears will do is it'll cut your head off from the rest of your body, and just like these enemies Rumm is fighting, will make your body run around the room spewing out blood like that one guy you just killed was. And that'll basically run directly underneath, let's say your boss fight, for example, run right underneath the boss and basically do a ton of damage to it. Oh, we've had plenty of people die that still wind up winning. Keep in mind right now, they're not even a full floor apart. Rumm's got, what, maybe 2 more rooms to clear in his boss fight, and he's on the same room, same floor that Morag is? Trust me, they're not far apart. Later on in the game, the womb will make up any difference of like 1 or 2 rooms between the 2 racers. The womb can make or break a run for anybody, depending on if you find your boss fights or not. For example, last night, Fat Shuffler had an XL floor in the womb that took him 34 rooms to get through. Now, pretty much if you look at, let's say, what Mellow Ace or, you know, who, anybody else for that matter this week did, nobody's come close to having to clear 34 rooms to get through both womb floors. Not even close. So again, it's all really luck about if you come across your boss fights right away. Again, Morag, having found his boss fight here on Caves 1, still hasn't found his item room, though finally has keys. So he's pretty much going to have to go back and look for that item at some point. I'm pretty sure he's going to. Because I don't see him skipping that. Yeah, Logcat was up around 29, I believe. And there you see the, like I said, that body is going to do a ton of damage to anything you fight. So Famine getting roasted here by the Pinking Shears on Rumm's side. And again, notice the difference of how quickly Rumn just killed a boss by comparison to Morag. Enough said. Let alone with the I've Seen Everything glasses, you can run in and out. Ooh, that could be useful too. But you can run in and out of all of these rooms, do whatever you want to. Take all the items out of there, not even worry about the challenge room itself, run right back in, check out the other side. Nothing really doing over here either, so you never know though, just like Mellow Ace found out last time. Maybe you have a secret room actually attached to your boss fight. You're gonna know. And then you're gonna be able to be right next to it at that point. So again, there's a lot of ways that you can make up time. One item can make or break anything for either racers. So you just never know. Yep, and if you ever want to find out past results. Actually, he really didn't dominate. If you saw how close the first race was, yeah, I would probably look up the definition of the word domination. Not on the internet. Trust me on that one. Don't do that on the internet. Just gonna put that warning out there, kids. Safe search that if you do it. Just, that came to mind. Safe search that. What was I gonna link here? Oh yeah, the website. You ever need to know anything about what went on previously during the week, there's your website to check out. On the front page, you got your schedule that we try to keep live updated for you. Oh, wow, the Sad Onion for the third time tonight. So Morag now with more tier 8 up. You can see if you look in the arrows box that both have up by their space use items, Morag actually has 2 tiers where Rumm's got 1. That should pretty much tell you everything you need to know about that. You can also see him crying gigantic tears. Crypto. Yeah, we gotta give the kids good tips, you know? I mean, otherwise you're gonna get in some trouble. Let me get the link for both channels in here for you so you guys can go both, or root on both Rumn and or Morag, depending on who you want to root for. But again, wish them both luck here. Run away from the door. There you go. One of the things you have to watch out, the room that Rumn is in, make sure you're not standing directly by the door when those explode, because they will pop you out of the room and respawn the room, so you're gonna have to come back in and run away again. So it's just damage and wasted time for that matter. But yes, Cobalt won 2-0 yesterday. I wouldn't call it domination by any means, though. That first race was close, man. Like, close. So I wouldn't by any means call that domination. Just because it was a 2-0 win don't mean it was domination either. Just means it was 2 matchups to none. So a little bit of health up here for Rumn. Another Devil Deal. And, ooh, 2 Guppy items. He's going to say no thanks to both. That would have been Guppy's head on the left for 2 hearts. That would have spawned attack flies every room. Wow. Let's see those no scrolls, as Rumn cannot do a thing with the Dead Sea Scrolls in that room. Again, those are banned because they can give you 3 different usages of banned items within the league. One of which being the shovel. Excuse me, sorry about that, which will skip you floors. One of which, the most important in my opinion, being the Holy Bible. Now, that's really random that you would get that in one of the fights against Mom, but if you did, that's a 1-hit kill. And that takes a lot of time out of your race. So that's why we had to ban those this year. Alright, so Morag moving on to his boss fight here. So let's see, we're just going to be... Rumn needs... Wow, that's probably not going to be... There's no way to tell on this map where Rumn stuff is going to be. But again, Morag fighting his boss fight has not gotten his item room yet, so it's really hard to tell. If Morag goes back for his item, then I would say, even at that point, that still puts him minutely in the lead because he's cleared out his boss fight in about now. It's really close, though. Man, it's really hard to tell until it gets a little bit more separated, or at least later on in the game. It's really hard to tell because they're both on the same floor, neck and neck right now. See Morag with another Devil Deal. Ooh, health uphill, very useful. Speed uphill, also very useful. Yet another health uphill. Duh, useful. Getting a little bit of health, and maybe he spends that. Wow, 2 more guppy items. Seriously? Is it like all cat items and devil deals right now? So the 9 lives cat on the left, and again, Guppy's head showing up. Wow, this is ridiculous. Yeah, Morag's just like, really, game? Really, dude? Really? And it looks like he's gonna go find his item room with the keys that he's got. This is ridiculous. So many Guppy items. Between the two of them, they'd be a cat and a third right now. I know, so many cats. Into a library for Rumn. Looks like the Book of, I'm gonna say, why the hell are you not using the Book of Sin? There you go. Get 1 free item out of it. You might as well. There you go. See? Always use the Book of Sin, kids. But you get 1 random item out of that. And again, in the library, pick up and use both of them. Not use both of the books, but pick them both up so they don't show up again. And then that way, if you get more libraries, if you go through every book in the game, they start spawning legitimate items on there for you that you can pick up. Always sin, kids. Jeez, Christina. I see how it is. But again, you see Rumm coming across his boss fight here. So again, this is really going to even us out here. Assuming that Morag finds, I was going to say his item room, which had to be relatively close, and is. So this is really going to even us out. There's Lucky Toe, kind of the smaller, lesser useful version, I guess you could say, of the Luckfoot that Morag has, I should say. Let's see, where is Rumm heading off to? Hell are you doing? No, we've never had side-by-side guppies. At least not yet. Well, let's see, we got the, why can I never think of the name of this damn thing? Good lord, the... can't think of names. Rosary. God damn, for Morag. I'll get in a space charge. There you go. I never look at space use items. I just always go rushing on ahead. If I don't have it, I don't have it. So I never think to look for it. Ooh, going down to the next floor. It looks like we might have an XL coming up for Morag as he gets a loading screen. By the way, never touch anything on these. Just let them play themselves out. Your game did not crash. I don't care if it tells you that Flash took a crash on itself. Let it ride. If it says, do you want to close everything because Flash crashed, hit no and it'll go right into your floor. And depending on how long this takes, we may see Morag have to actually do that to prove this theory. Because, wow, this is... There we go. I was going to say, wow, this is taking forever for a depths loading screen. But we'll see what he gets here. And no such luck. Necropolis is just the expansion version, though straight on into his item room. Roid Rage will basically double up your speed, for lack of, because he didn't have any other speed up. So he basically doubled his speed right there. For all intents and purposes. So Morag moves a lot faster. Yeah, it took way too long on that loading screen for it to be an XL, but you never know. It still glitches out. Ah, jeez, really? The ladder off a Judgy? That's not a Judgy please moment. That's a Judgy, I just wasted a lot of money moment. But again, Rumn with that charge on the Pinky Cheers, going on into his boss fight. Chad, also probably not... Oh, that was evil. Also not what he was hoping for. Here's one of the tricks to this fight, guys. If you have the High Priestess card and you have anything that moves, like Chubb or Chad in this situation, if there's anything else on screen, take it out before you use High Priestess, because there's a chance that she won't go after the boss and she'll just go after one of those smaller enemies. Second thing to it, with these guys, they chase you unless you place a bomb in their way, and then that freezes them in place. Make them eat a bomb and then drop the foot. You know that the foot's going to hit and not miss at that point, so always think about that stuff. Again, Rumm doesn't exactly have a bomb to make that happen with, moot point in this situation, but giving you guys an example of what to look out for. So I'm not calling Rumm out. He did everything he could in that one, which was fine, but letting you know how that works. So again, both on the same floor here. Rumm getting a little bit of extra money. And checking out what he's got. Again, with that Curse of Darkness, it's going to be very hard for me to tell you what else Rumm is going to be looking at here, because you will not be able to see his minimap whatsoever. I am telling you what they do when they pick up items. Doesn't mean that I still don't have to pause like that to hack up a lung, because I'm still getting a little bit sick here. Either way, pushpin gives you about, they say it's 10%. I think it's less than that because it never works for me. But it gives you, let's see if Morag gets any of them. Especially with this tier rate, you should be seeing these. There will be kind of a grayed out tier. It's actually a spectral and piercing tier. But again, it's very low percentage, and it's really not going to do much for Morag at this point. But hey, it's better than having nothing. And again, I still haven't even seen one fire. Okay, there's one finally. That slightly grayer tier that Morag had is what we're looking for. Ooh, we got another Judgy Please situation, possibly. But first things first, Halo for Rumn, so that's going to be +1 to all stats, including his health, for that matter. And on in, let's get a Judgy Please for Rumm, as he's hoping for something else useful out of here. Perhaps some health up, I think, would probably be the best situation. I'd keep the space use item I have, but again, if it's Blue Candle, wouldn't argue. Yet another good one, the treasure map. He'll be able to see everything normally on his mini-map. Again, he's got a Curse of Darkness right now. So you won't, that treasure map, believe it or not, does not overwrite the curse. The curse takes precedence. So moving on along, this is why those I've Seen Everything classes come in handy, guys. Right there, Rumn just hit his boss fight. And again, so did Morag, so now they're in the exact same room. So again, I've Seen Everything classes, very useful. Always check out all the sides when you go in there. Also, ooh, the bloat for Morag. I hate this fight, I hate this fight, I hate this fight. I think everybody does. One of the tricks, though, oh wow, that's a lot of blood. How are you supposed to dodge that? Wow, that was evil, bloat. That was like 3 blood shots. See, that's the normal amount of blood. Morag got hosed there. Hardcore. Either way, one of the tricks is either to keep just below the eyeball line there or stay up at the top of the room on the bloat, and he won't actually be able to do that double brimstone against you. So always keep that in mind. If you can stay up at the top of the room, keeping him down at the bottom, he's never going to brimstone you. And again, looks like just getting that one extra room here. Rumn, you don't have to worry about those. You can just walk out of the room and they disappear. There you go. Moving on to the next room. This one will be the full charge for Rumm. A little bit of damage up and health up for Morag as he finishes off the bloat finally. And again, he's going to go back and grab these hearts because he took a lot of damage in that room. Which is to be expected. The bloat is a brutally evil boss. So he's going to go grab all these, like I said. That'll about do it, and he's going to be moving on to his depths 2, just slightly ahead of Rumm, who again is just getting the charge on his space use item here, now that I'm paying attention. A little bit of a heal, there's his charge, and we'll see what he gets for his boss. And war, so he's going to wind up with a second, yeah, he does have one. He's going to wind up with a second cube of meat as the reward off of this fight. And one of the big issues is trying to dodge, trying to dodge out of the way of all those troll bombs, and lo and behold, that's going to put Rumm all the way back to the start here again. Yeah, that champion version of war, those troll bombs as he goes across the screen can just screw you over, and there you have it. So again, Morag pretty well in the lead here, though down to 2.5 hearts at the moment. So there's speedball, shot speed, and movement speed increase, and Rumm's just going to take it and move on along with it. And look at this, more health up for Morag. Good God. So he had a speed uphill beforehand, by the way, and there's more health up for him, so bombing on in for this rock. Might as well take that heart at this point. Well worth the use of a bomb. Alright, one more enemy to take out. Anything good for Morag? Yeah, 2 bombs, might as well. You get a benefit out of it. 1 free bomb? Sure. Yoink. And moving on along. Again, still just looking for both item room and or boss fight. Again, really wanting both here. I'm sure he isn't going to be willing to skip anything. Put Rumm onto his second floor. Getting a little bit of health up before he did so. Yeah, just ignore that. And again, one more for Morag. I hate these knights. They turn at the worst times, I swear. This is where shot speed increase comes in very handy, and only against these guys for me. Oh my God. Troll him a little less. There you go. I was actually, saw the question was basically like, what compelled me to make BOILeR? Basically, I'd been, let me try that in English. I had been racing against Lethal Frag. Wow, I can't talk today. I'd been racing against Lethal Frag quite often. And at one point, he basically was just like, you know what, I just want to play this game for fun. I don't want to have to race it anymore and have it be all competitive and everything. So, you know, like, I'm just going to, whatever, play it, like, when I feel like it on the weekends type of stuff. And when we stopped racing, a lot of people were like, dude, can we get some, when are you going to race? When are you going to race? When are you going to race? And basically, that just kind of prompted me to be like, well, let's try this out. So, kind of made it off of that idea. Lethal Frag? Never heard of the guy. I know about this chair. A couple of ferrets. Never heard of this Lethal Frag guy, though. He doesn't being a smart ass, by the way. There's a link for you. And there's the chair. I was waiting for it. I knew somebody would get it. Very nice bomb use here by Rumn. I hate going against these guys, so very nice. I probably would have gone with the other one, though. I would have gotten rid of the champion mob with the bomb and then gone after the other guy. Yeah, I'd rather be a smart one than a dumb one. That's what I always say. It's a good motto to live by, guys. Oh, and of course, now I'm getting a little stuttering on Morags. Let me refresh his momentarily here, because that's just going to keep happening. Kerblap. And there we go. Wow, I was way behind on his. So again, there you can see if you drop a bomb to any of these moving guys, like he's doing right now, what it will do is actually stop him in place when they eat him. So again, when I was talking about the High Priestess card, something like these guys that move, High Priestess is going to miss quite often. So make sure that if you can, drop a bomb, they'll eat it, and that'll keep him in place. And again, these jumping fiery guys just... At this point, if this were me, I don't even care that it's Basement 2. I've reset. I hate these rooms that Rumm is in. Those are the worst enemies on Basement 1 for me. I get hit so many times by those guys. And the worst part is they gain health when they get on fire. How does that make sense? And that's a trolling move right there. What's up, the Twitch guy? How you doing? Ooh, very nice bomb placement right there by Rumm. So there's a 2-for-1. Gets an enemy killed and the item rock out of it. And again, Morag's come across his mom split fight here. Excuse me. And let's see, thinking about what he's doing. Morag gonna move on in. Ooh, Blue Mom, not what you want to see. Expansion level enemies popping out of here, and he's got no orbital to walk in close with. So that makes this a very interesting fight. I may have considered at this point, I guess, getting my charge on that unicorn horn. Quite honestly, I may have thought about that, but Morag thinks a lot like me, and this may have gotten him into a little bit of trouble here. So he's down to 2 hearts already. And again, we got an XL floor for Rumm on the left-hand side. I was going to say, where's the no crowns? I was waiting for those, but I see Pageant Boy for Rumm gave him a little bit of money across the ground that he picked up. Again, the no crown's a joke, by the way. So again, down to 1 heart here for Morag into a corner that you don't want to be in. Get away from the door, thank you. I was going to say, you don't want to run past those doors too often. They will come out to haunt you, and you get hit by Mom, you're done. And speaking of that, there's that 1 hit that it was going to take at that point. Morag down and back to the beginning, so that puts Rumm in the lead now on Caves XL. Yep, case in point, Rumm's died twice and he's ahead, so there you go. Just proves the point from earlier where everybody's like, oh, if he died, it's over. Well, now he's in the lead. So Morag on to that first boss fight again. Mr. Boom for him. You'll probably see him lay it down just in line. There you go. Ooh, just barely laying that on Gemini. That was close. But again, you see the large bomb being placed in the room was the space use item. Longest single race was Rumn versus Amy at 2.5 hours. Longest, well, technically they were also the longest overall at 3, so. But if not, second place was Morag versus Princess Diana, so there you go. And again, counterfeit penny on Rumn gives him a chance of 1 extra coin every time he picks one up, so pennies might be worth 2 cents, for example. And let's see, with that key, I'm kind of surprised Morag didn't just go in there while he was waiting for the bomb to explode. But into his item room. And more health up with the Balchinian, so very nice start over on the right side again. And again, still not far behind. He's just got 1 boss fight to find here, and he's going to be on the same floor Rumn is. Yeah, I don't know if it's technically its own bot or a Taku bot. I'm not sure exactly which. But yeah, Taku basically just like, dude, I got an idea. Okay, here's proof. Somebody else was like, why do all the racers hate the tick? Why did Morag just pick it up? Because it's actually a really good item in the races. We only go through the womb too. So again, you don't have to worry about ever picking up the Polaroid. It may kind of screw you over if you happen to get like Guppy's Pod later. But the tick cannot be replaced as a trinket, so Morag's going to be stuck with that unless he gets Mom's purse in a store. But what that will do is basically make it so that any boss gets 15% instantaneous damage done to it, and it's going to heal him for 1 red heart every time he goes into a boss room. So basically all that damage that was taken away from the boss gets healed to him. Like, hey there, other Spartan. Hey there, both Spartans. How you doing? But there you see, Morag starts off this boss fight with a little damage already done to it, so there's your proof. Oh, isn't the Aizen music great? Like, Danny B did such a phenomenal job, and before Lockhat's just like, oh, Danny B. But beside the point, Danny B did such a phenomenal job with this. Like, I've played over 1,000 hours of this game, and I've commentated a lot of it as well. Like, a lot. And yeah, I'm still not sick of it. I don't know how that's the case, but I'm still not sick of it. And there's Lockhat. Mind you, failing the emote, but still, nonetheless, there's Lockhat. There you see Morag finishing off Gertie Jr. here. Gonna get a little bit of health with both the blue soul heart and the red health up. Again, Rumn knows where both of his boss fights are, but he's gonna look for his 2 item rooms. Again, right now, Morag, technically speaking, on the same floor as Rumn. Kind of really gonna be hard to tell who's in the lead at this point. Mostly because Rumm's got both of his caves jammed together into 1 here. So he's still looking for 2 item rooms, whereas Morag's just looking for 1 item room and 1 boss fight on this floor. Alright, tears uphill for Rumn. Looks like he's finally done gambling here. And on into his store, very nice bomb in. So he's going to get the external compass. Now he's going to be able to see exactly where everything on his mini-map is. So now he knows exactly where these 2 item rooms are. Yeah, you can get the soundtrack on Danny B's Sound Camp for, I think, like $2. Somewhere in that range. If somebody wants to link that up, that'd be the easy way to do it. So let's see, we got Mom's Pad and Mom's Contact. So a couple of Mom's items here. Mom's Contact on the left, as you can see, has turned Morag shots into red shots that have a chance to freeze enemies, like you see with the one on the far left and now in the center. So very useful find right there. That really, really helps quite a bit. at least if the enemies stop face smashing you. Ouch. Oh god. Speaking of other item rooms, holy crap. Polyphemus for Rumn, so he's gonna have ridiculously sized and powerful tiers. But again, Mom's Pad will also basically freeze enemies in place, kind of push them away from you if nothing else. Kind of hard to explain. You'll see them kind of move. It's more like they slide away from you, I guess would be the right way to say it. Whew, that dodge by Morag. How the hell did you get away from that? How did that TNT barrel not kill the enemy would be another great question. But how did you dodge that? That dodge, sir. That dodge. Wow. But again, Rumn gonna work back over to his 2 boss fights here. They don't really retreat, though. They freeze in place and they don't move themselves. They just kind of, like, shuffle away from you without even moving. Yeah, Morag wearing them juke shoes. Ducking and weaving. Ducking and weaving. Yeah, say goodbye to cute Isaac. Yeah, now we got Leela over here. And let's see a little bit of health up for Rumn. He'll move on to his second boss. And also going to get the hollow in this room. So there you see, like, they don't actually move. They just kind of, like, float away from you. I don't really call that them moving, if you see what I mean. So maybe that makes a little more sense now, what I was trying to get across. Like, I know I didn't phrase that well, but you can see what I mean there. They kind of just, like, shimmy away from you. They don't really move. They just kind of, like, are forced away. So it's very weird. Yeah. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What? Yeah, there you go. Like, they slip slide away from you. That's kind of a good way to say it. Yeah, the Game Kit does the exact same thing to some enemies. Like, except you can still see them actually, like, running from you. And very nice bomb placement there by Morag. So he's going to get on through this room, get to his boss fight. And this puts both of these two in the same room at the moment. So Chad for Morag, this will wind up with little Chad. That'll spawn red hearts every few rooms that Morag clears. Sorry, half a red heart every few rooms that Morag clears. Allow me to say that correctly. Mom's heals on the left side for Rumn. So all these mom items. A little bit of range up, though, for Rumn. And you can see he's going to work right on over towards this item room and then his boss fight as he's got the compass. And you can see exactly where he's heading. I don't think a day goes by I don't go dodgeball. I'm the same way with clerks, quite honestly. Because if somebody ever asks me, hey, cute cat, what's its name? My response is usually annoying customer. Just saying. I love Kevin Smith. So let's see, that is the doctor's remote for a one-time use of Epic Fetus that showed up for Rumn. He's going to say no thanks to it. Again, that is legal, but the actual Epic Fetus item itself is banned. The one-time use with a recharge on it is fine. Basically, we had to ban things like Epic Fetus, Dr. Fetus, and Ipecac because they turn your tears into bombs. You can basically imagine you could just walk right through, like, let's say the room Rumm's in. You just bomb right out the bottom door, go into the next room, do the exact same thing with your tears. It's an infinite use, basically. Which brings up another good question. Why don't you just ban Pyro at that point so they don't get 99 bombs? Well, then we'd have to ban pill usage because the bombs are key pills. We'd have to ban all bomb pickups, key pickups, and that skeleton key as well. So that would be a lot of extra stuff to take out. It gets a little excessive, and we have to let the game be the game at some point. And there you see, probably the best way to take care of these enemies. I cannot stand these masks. Rumn doing a very good job as he uses Mom's Pad to freeze them in place. He knows he's got plenty of time to charge that back up before the boss fight. And again, Morag's still working along here, looking for his item room still. Although at this point, maybe okay with just the boss fight. We'll have to see. There's going to be a lot of strategy coming in. I don't know that he meant to hit that bomb over, but oh well. At least he killed something in Morag's room. And again, with these knights, he's really just hoping to freeze them in place so that, wow, how did he not get damage on that? That was cheap. There we go. Now the freeze effect coming into play again. You can only hit these mass characters from behind. And that is a severe pain in the butt, I gotta say. But when you have Mom's Contact and you can freeze them in place, you can see how much of an advantage that is for Morag. Speaking of advantages for Morag, item room and boss fight right next to each other. Plus, he's going to be able to heal every 13 kills now because he has Charm of the Vampire. So again, every 13 heals or kills that he has, that will heal him for half a red heart. Blah, blah. Man, why is it so tough for me to talk tonight? But again, Monstro 2 here. A little bit tougher to get this guy in the pattern that you need to, that most of us try to keep Monstro in. Because when you freeze him, it really throws everything off. So this is kind of a crapshoot at the moment for Morag, believe it or not. But again, Rumm has also come across this boss fight, knowing exactly where he was going, honestly. What's up, Dusty? How you doing? Wow, Monstro not being a bro, not getting into this pattern at all for Morag. There we go. Now he's got a chance. Nope, he didn't get over in time. Okay, here's a Brimstone. Nope, still didn't quite get it. So again, double card now for Rumm will be time and a half damage multiplier. He might need it. That's the Mask of Infamy. Oh, I would have waited a second. But it worked out fine. I was going to say I was a little worried about the mask hitting him there while he was using the card, but again, time and a half damage multiplier. You can see Rumm's tears are now dark red. And again, he's going to hold on to Mom's pad for a moment or two here until he can line up the mask itself once he gets rid of the heart. Again, there is no actual health bar on this guy. There you go. Perfect use by Rumn. Perfect use of Mom's pad right there by Rumm, keeping it so that he can hit the Mask of Infamy as many times as possible. That is exactly what you want to do. If you have the option, freeze the mask once it's down to just the mask. Make this much easier on yourself because now you can see the trolling beginning. And again, with no bombs, Rumm's going to literally have to fire all these tears in there, but doing a very nice job right now. Again, though, still playing a little bit of catch-up to Morag, who just moved on to his depths, too. Again, it only says Necropolis at this point. It's basically a glitch out. They had to take the number out of there. So even though it is Necropolis 2, it only says Necropolis. Basically, when you see that, you know you either have a Depths XL floor or an actual second Depths floor. So always one way to look at that. Morag is ahead at the moment, though only by about 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. And the amount of time left on Rumm's boss fight, because you don't know how much health this guy has. There we go. Very nicely done. A little bit of fire rate increase and a couple of soul hearts for Rumm. He'll be moving on to the same floor Morag's on, his Depths 2. And again, Morag with, well, actually both with Necropolis. Both have expansion floors. Again, the Rumm knowing about where he's heading, going to head, well, try to head over towards his item room. Obviously found nothing here, so that's a hell of a split up on this floor. He may just go towards his boss fight now, because that's going to be a hell of a split back there. What's up, Krusty? How you doing? So again, both living a little dangerously. Rumm with a lot more health at the moment. But again, Morag with those freeze effects on his shots. And you can see that actually coming into play there, keeping one of these enemies from firing. Ouch. Down to half a heart now. Is Morag move, please? Thank you. That always scares me. And speaking of rooms that scare me, Rumm's in a nasty one right now because I tend to get hit in here far more often than I should. Speaking of that, Morag down again, back to start. Here you see Rumm's just tired of dealing with these. He's just going to use Mom's pad, say the hell with it, and kill everything. Moving on over towards his item room. BOILeR thump. Oh, that needs to be a new one. It's almost like misspelling BOILeR the same way. I kind of like that one. We need BOILeR hype or something. Like, that was too good. That was too good of a misspelling right there. I like that one. I may have to steal that. Oh, we got all the signups done for this year already. We got another, I think, about 4.5 months on this season. Season 3 will have public signups for again, though. So probably about half a year from now is when I'd say to look out for information on that, because we're going to try to make it with Rebirth. Which basically is, Edmund said when he was on cast with us, we was looking at about the beginning of next year for release time. So we're hoping that that's the case, and probably about 6 months from now we'll have sign-up info for it. I had to call you out, Kyle. Love your name too, by the way. There was a reset for Morag as he wasn't happy with the space use item. So again, at the beginning, a lot of racers are going to reset until they get, like, maybe a damage up type of item in the first floor. Oh, or the knife. The knife would be a damage up item. That would be a thing. So Morag with the knife now to start off his new run. Again, this always seems to happen. Whoever winds up dying and being far behind seems to get a decent build going. But again, straight on over for his boss fight. Just gonna walk up and touch things with a knife. Touching everything with a knife, folks. Touching everything with a knife. Again, you can see you don't really need to have too much range on that. Morag knows just how far away to stay. Getting a little bit of health up again. He'll be onto his second floor. Again, Rumn looks like he's got, let's see. Wow. 1, 2, 3, probably 4, 5 rooms to clear here. Ouch. And again, down at a heart and a half right now. That golden key is almost useless for him, but in case he comes across a locked chest, he's going to use a bomb to get over to it. Again, that will actually still get him into his item room, so better than nothing. Assuming that it's not something crappy. Wait for it. Oh, wow, rainbow, baby. Rainbow me. Rainbow me, everybody. So there's that oh-so-wonderful follower with random shots. You'll see that pumping up all types of damage for Rumn. Very nice find. Dad Rainbow. Such a bro. Such a bro. Gotta love that guy. Speaking of the lock chest that Rumm's coming across, now that golden key paying off for him. And getting pretty easy rooms to clear out, actually. That ain't so bad. See? Rainbow being a bro. Yeah, Morag face planting things with the knife over here. So he's already on his caves 1. He's really not far behind at this point, keep in mind. Though the having the compass on Rumm's side, very, very huge advantage. Let alone clear rooms on the way to your boss fight. Also a very distinct advantage. I don't think Morag meant to throw that upwards. Boy, did that sound bad. I don't think Morag meant to throw up. Wait. Not what I meant. Yeah, they're basically remaking the game like from scratch in a completely new programming language. Also, Rumb down, so that puts Morag distinctively in the lead again. Alright, Guardian Angel for Rumm to start off his new run, so double speed orbital. And again, guys, if you think that your dick is gigantic and you can do better than them, why didn't you sign up? Because you can talk all the shit you want across the internet, but if you're not going to put it out there, it don't mean jack. Because if you think that you can race in front of about 2,000 people and have no nerves going on, ask some of our racers, like New York Video Game Freak, how nervous he was. Like racing Cobalt having the lead, ask him how much his hands were shaking. Alright, Halo flies for Morag, so a couple of very, very useful friends floating around him right now, blocking shots. So that will come in very, very handy. Again, you can see the other use of the knife. You can shoot right on through rocks, or over them in this case, I guess you should say. So very, very useful. Wooden Spoon will give Rumm a little bit of movement speed increase, and again, he's on to basement 2 already. Or make that Cellar 2 the expansion version in this case. Again, Morag just looking for a boss fight right now. Probably ought to stop face planting things. Again, doesn't have much range with his knife though, so that's one of the drawbacks to this thing. You can get a full charge on it, but even so, you're only going to get so much movement. Again, great use of a death card right there by Morag. Killing everything in the room with just a single card use. Not only will that save you a lot of time, but in a room like that, a lot of hassle. Damn, we only got 6 to go. So close. So close. Like, oh wait, social interactions scare me. Welcome to my world. Why do you think I hide behind a computer? Well, there's criticism, and there's being a flat-out asshole about it. And Morag down, so again, knife is not an instant win, guys. There's your proof. like I said, there's having opinions and then there's being a dick. Again, if you guys think you could do better, there were signups open for everybody, but I didn't see most of you guys that are talking shit doing anything about that and signing up, so next year grab your balls and actually do something about it. I've told you about 10 times that signups are closed. Stop spamming. And because children can't behave themselves, welcome to subscriber only mode. Alright, we got little Steven for Rumn. We got Demon Baby, by the way, for Morag, so you see the 2 followers. Rumm's is going to shoot out homing tears. Morag's will only fire if it's close to anything. We got the small rock for Morag, which will be damage up and fire rate increase. Yeah, seriously, it's that simple, basically. I'm gonna give you an hour to think about how stupid what you just said was. Keep in mind, subscribers are not over any type of ban or timeout, guys. Just because you pay money extra so that you don't get ads on the channel doesn't make you God. So let's try to remember that as subscribers as well, because you're under the same rules that the rest of chat is, so try not to break that, because I will ban you. I don't give 2 shits. Because if you don't think I'm serious, wait till I tell you about the shit that's going down next week because of shit that didn't happen within the league, because you guys are going to have a fucking hissy fit when you find out what happens. I will flat out guarantee there is going to be straight up fallout from this, but it's the way of the world because I have to lay down rules within the league, so you guys will hear next week what happened. But again, if you think that I'm not serious about what I'm doing, you're going to find out real quick that you're wrong. Because let's just say I put a warning out about people not actually getting their races scheduled, and a couple people didn't get their races scheduled. Alright, D20 showing up for Rumn. Again, this is a legal item, unlike the D6. D20 will reroll items on the ground, like hearts, keys, coins, bombs, things of that nature. Again, the D6 rerolls actual pedestal items, so therein lies the difference of those 2 items. Alright, we got Mr. Mega from Morag, so that's going to be bomb size increase, along with 5 extra bombs picked up. Yeah, worked on my screen. Both of them did. I see Locor. I see Locor. Hey, what's up, Cobalt? How you doing, man? Alright, so I'm just about halfway through his Pestilence fight here. He's going to wind up with the cube of meat. That'll also spin at double speed along with his Guardian Angel. So again, one of the benefits of that item. Excuse me. And just about done there. You see that cube of meat showing up for Rumn. And we got our boss fight on Morag's side as well. So those 2, after this room, Morag will be in the same room Rumn is right now. Though Rumm with a very slight advantage here as he moves on to his caves 2, just slightly ahead of Morag. Ooh. Also getting his item room in Blood of the Martyr, so damage up, and along with a couple items, actually becomes a damage multiplier, but we'll get to that if we see him. Again, if you guys want to know anything about any of the new... Whoops, hold on. going to purge that out of there because that's a completely dick way to go about saying that in the first place. Thank you nonetheless, but again, guys, subscribers, seriously, what do you think I timed somebody else out for? I didn't put it on so you had to pay money to talk, LOL. I put it on because kids are acting the complete fool right now, and that's not how my chat is run. So again, if you don't want to be a part of it, don't be a part of it. But don't bitch about the fact, especially as a subscriber, that you had to pay to chat because I have it on for a little bit, unlike all the time. So seriously, drop it, guys. Thank you, but drop it. Alright, Celtic Cross for more. I gives him about a 33% chance that if he gets hit that he's not going to take any damage for 5 seconds with a 5-second damage shield. Gritty. And again, you see Rumn just about done with this boss fight here. Oh, excuse me. No, you're not the only person. I hate the way that your head shakes when you're Mr. Mega. Like, I can't even look at my character half the time when that thing's on there. I can't stand the way that looks. Alright, so Rumn onto his steps a little bit before Morag. Morag's still just looking for a boss fight here. It's probably got to be connected to this. Like, I don't see where the heck else it could be, honestly. But it's got to be connected off of this hallway here. So he isn't too far behind right now. Excuse me again, sorry about the hiccup. Can only reach the mute button so quickly. Right on into his secret room here. Rumn doesn't even want the money. And finding his item room with that last key that he's got, so we'll see what he gets momentarily here. There's that Celtic Cross enacting for Morag, so you see the 5-second damage shield. And again, moving on to his boss, gonna get Gertie for the second time tonight. And again, you see Blue Baby's Soul leading around Demon Baby now, so this is exactly why I will pick up both of those items. And Horror Babylon for Rumn real quick, that'll up his curse, give him more chance at a devil deal. And he's really only got 2 floors for that. Wow, nice find. Also an Eternal Compass, apparently. Great find on that one. Either way, but what that will do is also if you get down to half a red heart or less, so let's say that Rumn gets nothing but blue hearts on him, like Guppy's Paw, for example, that will enact the Horror Babylon, turn you into that monster that he had, basically. And there you see why Rumn didn't want the money. Gonna grab the left hand. That D20 just rerolled everything for him. Ouch. Couple free bombs out of it, if nothing else. Gonna grab that health back up. That bad trip didn't do all that much to him. But again, real quick, that Blue Baby Soul leading around Demon Baby. That's why I love that combination, because you don't have to get close for Demon Baby to shoot then. A little bit of health up from Morag. Again, he's onto his depths 1 as well. Though again, at this point, Rumn with pretty much the full-on floor advantage, because he's got his item room and fighting his boss. Now, Rumm just wanted his recharge on the D20 so he could re-roll those items, and again, he came out with something halfway decent out of it. That left hand's going to spawn a pretty much nothing but red chest for him from here on out. And he gets either a good chance at maybe a couple soul hearts, you can actually get teleported into your devil deal god room, whichever it might be. All sorts of cool stuff out of those, so he's going to take his chances there. Again, you could get a lot of guppy items, which may backfire against you, but it's a matter of taking them then. Excuse me, sorry about that. Oh god, yeah, a Dr. Fetus with any sort of homing on it is pretty sort of ridiculous, quite honestly. Again, Spoonbender won't do a thing to Dr. Fetus, you have to have Bobby Bombs for the homing bomb effect. But, oof, you get that combination, yeah, have some fun. Just try not to stand really close to enemies, because the bombs will home in on you at that point, and it becomes really dangerous. Again, Rumn basically knows that he's not going to hit over on this side, but he isn't worried about that. All he's doing is trying to keep Monstro in this pattern here. So if you're wondering, like, what the hell is he doing? He's not even hitting the boss. He's just keeping it in that pattern that he had. A little bit of health up here, and he's going to be moving on to his depths too. And again, Morag's got himself a nasty mini-boss fight here with Super Envy. Again, you can see every time that one of these blue heads splits, you're going to get 3 more coming out of it. So just when you think, like, oh, we got no health left. Oh, we got another health bar. Oh, cool, we got no, we got more health. I hate this bot. Oh, God, I wouldn't have done this either. This is where having the blue baby and demon baby will haunt your life. Because when these things split exponentially, like they just did to Morag, ouch. Oh, God, dodging more. Oh, God. So close. I knew it was going to happen. That's where you get your downfall. Because blue baby and demon baby right there will just randomly break those things against you. That is a crappy room combination for that. So Morag getting trollololololed into another death there. Envy not a bro. Yeah, no, that was a rude death that he just took right there. There was nothing he could do. Because at that point, you can't control Demon Baby. So again, there's nothing you can do. That's really, and again, Otaku's probably like, that's why I don't take him. But a lot of our racers actually hate Demon Baby, and especially for that reason, I think. So a couple more pills for Rumn. He's going to get some tears up, so fire rate will increase for him. Wow, that was close. Also, another random pill. Ooh, range up, so a little bit more range, obviously. There you see the left hand taking effect, making one of the chests spawn in the center an actual red chest. Oh, that platinumgod.co.uk page is freaking awesome, isn't it? So, like, basically, if you guys ever check that out, and there's some item that I don't actually mention for whatever reason, because I'm not paying attention, for example. Basically, go ahead and check out that page, hover directly over whatever item it is, and you'll be able to see exactly what it does. And don't thank me, thank Alec, because I had nothing to do with that. And again, Rumn with that internal compass heading right towards this boss fight. Again, you do not have to kill those flies, by the way. Once the doors open up, you can go wherever you want to, and just as soon as you leave the room, that fly is dead. And Morag gonna fight everybody's favorite horseman, Famine. Everybody say, hey. You know how hard it is to change from your normal voice into that hey sound really quickly? Because it's not easy. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. That actually hurt. But you tried. You tried. That's the important thing, Christina. That actually literally hurt my voice. I don't know why the hell that did so bad, but ouch. Oh, Morag down again. Those triple shots being not so bro-ish. Again, Famine finally getting his revenge for the amount of times our racers have killed him in the past couple weeks. Ghost Wheel. Maybe he's Canadian because he's saying A. Okay, that was bad. That was bad. I'm sorry, but that was bad. I'm still laughing, but that was bad. So again, Rumn coming across an item room. No key to get into it yet, though. So do you take the time to try and find one here? Maybe you get lucky, or maybe you just find more bombs. Not exactly what he... Oh, no luck on that either with the D20 reroll. I was going to say, maybe you get lucky with that, but he beat me to it. No such luck, though. So again, moving on along. Still just looking for a key here. Alright, so Morag getting his first item room here in a moment. We'll see what he gets here on his new run. And speaking of homing bombs, it's like we talk about it and the game hears us. So there's 5 bombs and homing ability on all bombs dropped by Morag. And speaking of famine, like we didn't just see this, Morag fighting famine again, looking for his revenge now against champion version. So you see he actually kind of shoots out more. He'll also, when he does his charge effect, he'll actually go on a little bit of an angle here. It's kind of hard to see unless you're paying attention for it, but he will actually move up towards or down towards you. As always, if you guys ever want to know about the schedule, front page of BOILeR.org. Bookmark it, it'll do you good. Same people ask me on a daily basis. If you haven't noticed, I give the same answer every time because I'm trying to push people towards that website. Always live updated, you're always going to know what's coming up on there. And that keeping me from Morag as he gets his revenge on Blue Famine, right on down to his caves 2, or basement 2, I'm sorry, and getting his second item room, though no key at this point. And speaking of no key, Rumm's still looking for one here. Alright, so again, Rumn still no luck with that D20 charge. I'm not sure that Morag meant to lay that other bomb down, quite honestly, although I'm not sure he thought he was going to wind up in his store either, so one way or the other, that kind of backfired on him. Either way, with the key, he's going to get into this item room. Celtic Cross again. 33% chance that if he gets hit, he'll not take damage for the next 5 seconds. He'll see a damage shield actually around him. Anything? We got a key. Rumn has a key. Oh dear God, he finally has a key. Back to his item room. Let's see what Rumm gets here. Watch this so be worth it. Or it's Rainbro, baby. Hell yes, it's worth it. Rainbro me. Everybody Rainbro me. Well, everybody that can. Rainbro me, you know what I mean. So again, that follower with random tears firing out for Rumm. Very, very good find. Hey Lord, how you doing today? Just run through the door. There you go. Yeah, you're not going to get that out of there either. On to his foot fight. Here is Rumn. So again, with Greymon. A little bit of range up for Morag as he finishes off his second boss fight, so he'll be on down to his Caves 1. And right on with an item room again, though no key to get into it. We haven't seen that enough tonight. Oof, Rumm just barely dodging out of the way again, down at that sketchy 1 heart right now. Alright, so about halfway done with this fight. Make that down to half a heart at the moment. There you see Horror Babylon enacting for Rumm, so his damage goes up, and he's a lot larger, and there you go, that's what happens. So back down to the start again. Rumm's going to have to reset till he gets a non-XL floor here. And again with his item room and boss fight right away. We'll see what Rumm starts off with. We got Blighted Ovum on the right-hand side for Morag. And just missing with that bomb. One of the tricks to this guy is that he'll stop charging you if you lay a bomb in his way, but he just barely kicked it off to the side. So Morag got kind of cheaped on that one, I think. But again, Rumn with Little Chubby here. You can see that actually will fire right on through anything in its path and do a lot of eating damage in the way. So very, very good start. I have a hard time finding that item. Yeah, I have a hard time finding Little Chubby. Okay, that'll get misquoted, and I meant to say that way on purpose so that it would get misquoted. But beside the point, things you only say in Binding of Isaac, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you have a serious issue, then I'm really sorry for you, but... Oop, let's see those no crowns pageant play for Rumn, so he's going to pick up a bunch of money here, get his full health back, and head on down to his second floor. So again, Morag right now with a Curse of Darkness on his caves too. I say I watched that shot, kind of seemed to home in on him a slight bit more than it probably should have there, but nonetheless, Morag on his caves too does have Curse of Darkness, won't be able to see that mini-map. There's those no crowns. Another question you would only ask in Binding of Isaac, does cancer actually affect your Little Chubby fire rate? How bad will that get misquoted, too? Again, only in Binding of Isaac, ladies and gentlemen. Only in Binding of Isaac. And again, Rumn into a curse room and into a secret room. And on into his arcade. Nothing really special on him there. That purple slot machine, not the worst thing ever, though. Alright, Morag on into his item room. Mr. Mega yet again, so increased bomb size and 5 more bombs for him. That's why you don't take the poop out before you pick the item up, guys. And again, you see Morag will be back for that. Hopefully, well, I was going to say hopefully he'll remember it, but again, only being one room away from it after he finishes off his boss fight, I don't think he's going to wind up forgetting that. That Eternal Heart sitting in the room previous, he's going to take on to the next floor with him and make sure that he's got it, because if he gets hit after he picks that up, he would lose it instantly. So he's going to hold on until he finishes off his boss fight, walk back, pick it up, and then go on to the next floor. That will give him one full red heart container, so he's getting health up after this floor one way or the other. Ooh, homing bomb's failing him against the hollow. That was evil. There we go. That's a much better bomb. How did the other one not stay homed onto him? That was evil. Again, we got X-ray vision for Rumn, so he'll be able to get in and out of all of the entrances and exits of his secret room. Again, here's all the links for you. And Morag moving on down like I was talking about here. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe he might have forgotten. Who knows? Either way, Sun Card for Morag will give him a full heal, map reveal, and damage to everything in the room whenever he uses it. What's up, Tyler? Alright, so I'm getting a few keys. That was what he was looking for in the last run from the worst way humanly possible. And on into his on into his store. Rumm's going to find his a habit in there. Again, that's the first time tonight that's shown up, believe it or not. What happens is if you get hit once per room, that's going to give you half of a charge. If you look up by Rumm's space use item is D6. Again, this is kind of a moot point right now. But if Rumn were to get hit and had no charge on that, that would give him 3 of those 6 bars of charge. Get hit twice, you got a full-on charge. Again, a couple of items that really, really synergizes well with, and you wind up with, well, you can be invincible all the way to the womb too. Or all the way up through the depths too, I should say. If you get the wafer, then you can basically stay invincible the entire game if you get certain items along with the habit. So it gets really, really, really overpowered. And again, if you're doing a D6 run, that is the best thing you can find. Just ask Cobalt Streak. He will be glad to tell you that is the first item he wants on his breaking the game runs. Again, we got a little gish for tehMorag, so a follower that's going to go around shooting out tar tears for him. That'll slow everything down. Yes, you can, Cajun. So yeah, if you have the pinking shears in the habit, yes, you can have more than one body running around. Yes, both do damage. A little bit more money for Rumn. He'll check out what's on both sides of the secret room here. Again, at the moment, 2 floors behind Morag is on its depths 1 at the moment. Excuse me. Oh, welcome back, Psycho. So now you got enough bandwidth to watch who's open. And on into the item room, Rumm's going to pick up Peeper. Again, there's how you do it. You go on the opposite side of the poop that's got the fly floating around it. It can never hit you. And again, Rumm straight on over to his boss fight. Very good find there. And once again, we got the blighted Ovum. So again, chasing around. No bombs for Rumm to stop him with. But again, he'll just try to line up little Chubby. God, that's a misquote waiting to happen. Again, I also would not have popped my D6 there, because if you get a Devil Deal with anything in it. Again, he's also holding onto a Joker card that would pop him into a Devil Deal or God Room. And again, theoretically, let's say you get a God Room with the Bible in it. Now you have no charge on your D6, and you have to leave that Bible behind instead of possibly, like Full Metal Gambit twice last year, rolling it into a Sacred Heart. And a little bit more money in Rumm's Secret Room once again. Again, those I've seen everything glasses coming in very handy, getting him through all these extra rooms. Last time it actually got him straight on over to his item room and boss fight almost immediately. And on into that super secret, Rumm's going to go ahead and grab that Eternal Heart this time. So he's got the 1/2 of a Soul Heart to protect it at the moment. He can take 1 hit before he has to worry about risking that. Alright, let's see. What'll Morag wind up taking out of here? He's still going to gamble for a moment or two. And again, here's why you wait on picking up those Eternal Hearts, guys, because now Rumm's actually risking it. Next hit he takes will actually get rid of that. Got the tarot cards here, so Rumm will be able to use that at least once. Wow, 2 Joker cards. Guess you might as well go to your Devil Deal. Or I guess he's going to leave it behind. I may have gone straight to my Devil Deal and just walked back over. Again, straight right next to his boss fight. Amazing. But I probably would have just done that. I mean, hell, you got 2 Devil cards. You can't take them with you. Might as well pop that and force it at that point, honestly. Because if you get a God Room, free item. If not, oh well, you leave it behind. Again, in hopes that you don't get Krampus in there, but even so, that's damage up. It would put you a little further behind, but always worth a shot. Again, holding on to the habit, I believe. Well, shoot, does he have anything with Curse Up? I don't think Rumm does. So I think he'd have a better chance at a God Room than anything. But again, Morag working his way around the floor. Gonna have a choice to make here at this T intersection. Again, just slightly ahead here. Already has his item room on depths 1, where Rumm's just about to go on down to. And he's not going to bother with that other Joker card, but that health up on the, well, he does have one with him still, let me rephrase. But the health up with taking the Eternal Heart on down to the next floor with him. And there you can see one of the champion mobs hitting him. So the colored gluttony mob, whatever you want to call that, is a champion level mob that'll hit you for a full heart of damage. So you have to be real careful of avoiding those. And again, Morag getting to his boss fight here, so he isn't really far behind at all right now. Actually, he's ahead. What am I trying to say? I said that ass backwards. So he's just barely ahead right here. Ooh, Rumm into that Devil Deal. Going to take Lord of the Pit for flying ability. Morag popping that Sun card, so he got a full heal out of it, by the way. But again, going into his boss fight, getting war, so he'll wind up with a second cube of meat, which means even more damage, and still having an orbital around him. Again, you can see the benefit of Rumn being able to fly here. He can avoid these so much easier. And again, well worth the hearts in my opinion. I love being able to fly. Never really comes back to haunt you in any way, shape, or form, except for the hearts that you spend, assuming that you don't get Transcendence or something for free to fly. And again, with that internal compass, Rumn right on over towards his boss fight. I love how he kept saying their names backwards, by the way. So Rumm is playing catch-up right now. Morag slightly in the lead. I was saying their names backwards, and I apologize. But Morag with his second cube of meat. And again, Rumm with the Blood of the Martyr damage up. So he'll gladly take that right now. Morag getting, using up his last bomb, only getting a key out of that. He was really hoping for some health, I would assume. Maybe the small rock, for that matter. He could use some damage. Whew. Dem juke shoes. Morag, very nicely done, sir. I have the hardest time in this room, but that's how you do this. That was some juking. And you can see he's got Eve's bird foot. You see that bird flying around. Once Morag gets hit in any way, shape, or form, that has a chance to come out and, well, if it ever gets smart, it would go after enemies. Now, mind you, that bird is pretty stupid. And let's see, back on into that curse room for Rumn. Gonna grab Tower card and be on his way back out. Yeah, it's got a chance of hitting things. It's like negative 0.01%, but it's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Can we get a judgy, please, for Rumn? As he's betting just a little bit of his money here. Let's see what he winds up with. With 36 cents, you gotta get something out of this guy. That's a pretty safe bet right here, but let's get a judgy, please, that he gets something decent. Like the blue candle. Judgy's been nice tonight. That's the second blue candle off of a judgy, if I'm not mistaken, tonight. So, wow, that space use item of overpoweredness along with flying ability, Rumn being very happy right now. Yeah, that was more than a decent outcome for Rumm right there, so he's going to be very happy with this. Then we're going to do a little gambling here on a machine that has a chance to give you either trinkets, soul hearts, cards, or does that give you pills? I can't remember. We'll find out. I don't think it does. Either way, trinkets popping out. You see the fish head, if he got hit, would spawn a friend, or have a chance of spawning a friend till the end fly. Or some, I should say. I think it's a variable number. I kind of forget. There's a lot of items in this game. I'm going to screw a lot of stuff up, guys. Again, you're probably going to do the same. God knows everyone will. This page that I'm about to link up is your best bet, that platinumgod.co.uk. You can literally just look at any item right there. I don't know what the bomb was for, quite honestly. He was trying to get everything away from everything else. You can just walk over it, and sooner or later it'll cycle. Either way. Ooh, you say Flash is better than the dead bird. Ugh. But a swift kick to the nuts might be better than Flash, so I don't know. Just saying. I'm just saying. I don't have much love for Flash. I'm just going to put that out there right now. But again, Rumn straight on over towards his boss fight here. One more room to clear, and he'll be fighting his Steps 1 boss. Again, Morag on the right side. God dang it, why do I keep screwing their names up? It's blatantly, obviously on the screen. Either way, Morag fighting his mom's foot at the moment. And Rumm on into his store. Gonna wind up finding greed in here, so nothing to spend that money on. And let's see, 10 bucks says we wind up with a Steam sale. Nope, just a little bit of money. And a little bit of healing. Rumm on into his boss fight. Gonna wind up with Monstro too. So again, we'll see, well, he's gonna drop his tower card. Bunch of random bombs across the room. Might as well, free damage against the enemy. And again, for fantasy players, you're a little bit happy about that. Again, for those that are wondering, there's actually a fantasy stat for if you use that card and don't get hit. I'm not joking, by the way. Shuba went like crazy with the Fantasy League. Like, there are crazy stats in that. It's awesome. Don't misunderstand me, but it's like, wow, the amount of math you have to do. I do not envy you. I'm back into that Devil Deal that Rumm had already been into, where he bought his Lord of the Pit. So again, still that Book of Sin sitting in there. Nothing's going to change with that, but he had forgotten because it was so long ago on that floor. He had to clear so many rooms. I'm sure he just like, oh yeah, that's right, I've been in here. I do the exact same thing. I'm horrendous with remembering that stuff. But Morag, again, already on his womb. Everything down here hits you. That sounds terrible, too. Everything down here hits you for 1 full heart of damage. Again, another thing you have to look out for. If there's a Gish in a room with these tomato guys, they're going to shoot Gish shots. So you have to kind of watch out for that. It's a real pain in the butt. It always throws me off for some reason. I don't know why, but that is, like, so off-putting to me that it just messes with my head. Oh, the Fantasy League is awesome. Like, the amount of stats on there is just, like, I'm a stats person myself. I love looking at that and, like, wow, that's really cool. Okay, so this person would be better because they get more items, but this person would be better because this, like, wow. Like, it's crazy how much in-depth that is, or how in-depth that is, I should say. See, into the store for Rumm. He's definitely going to pass on the Minecraft pick. No question on that. That notch pick is useless. Basically, you can walk over 1 rock in a room. So, like, keep in mind, Rumm can fly. But basically, if you have an item rock in the room, you could crush it with the use of that. So if you don't have bombs, at least you can get through those. Again, Rumm finding his item room, no key to get into it. Again, Morag needing to get out of this room, finally getting away from Gemini here. And going to keep moving on. There's your boss fight. So finding his first of the womb boss fights here. He's going to have 1 more floor to go after this. And then he's going to hope to kill off Mom's Heart and take himself a 1-0 lead here. And again, we got a best of 3 going on right now. Well, this one's different than most fantasy leagues in the fact that basically you just, like, you pick your people and then you're done. So you don't really have to worry about, like, okay, my starting lineup's going to be this guy and this person, a wide receiver, and, like, craziness like that. It's basically, like, pick your racers, done. So it's much more, I guess, hands-off for everybody else, like, once you get, like, you know, once you get your racers picked. So let's see, Morag going to grab the squeezy, get a little bit of health up and fire rate increase. Grab that red heart on the way down. And moving on down to the womb, too. So again, 1 more boss fight to find here for Morag. Yeah, bloat, mask. Yeah, same thing. But again, he ripped right on through that. The High Priestess card brought down Mom's foot. And again, just basically crushed it. What are you trying to set up? You can walk right into it. Just don't fire with these mimics, guys. By the way, walk directly into them. And if you have... The bomb was a complete accident, I'm sure. Either way, all you have to do is walk directly into those guys if you have an orbital. And the orbitals will do all the damage for you. So again, Rumm having this 1 last enemy to clear. There you go. Gonna see what's in this secret room, because hey, why the hell, the super secret room that is, but hey, why the hell not? Moving right on into his Mom's foot fight, and Red Mom, so in my opinion, the easiest. Although you really have to watch out for that shadow. Rumm was trying to line up his blue candle shot right there, and didn't see the shadow underneath him, obviously. And case in point, right there again, you gotta really keep moving all the time. And Cat o' Nine fails, as we like to call it. The Cat o' Nine tails for Rumm. That's a shot speed increase. And he's going to keep Cancer with him for that double fire rate. That's a glitchy candle. All right, there we go. Now he fired it. What the hell happened there? That was bizarre. So Rumm accidentally glitched out his candle. That's one thing you have to watch out for. That thing will screw up from time to time, believe it or not. But again, it works out okay for him, and he's moving on through his Utero 1 here. That was a bit bizarre, I gotta say. It's happened to me before, though. It usually is only when I have something like Brimstone, and I'm charging that, and I accidentally hit the spacebar, because you're gonna kill your Brimstone charge at that point. It tends to glitch out your blue candle, too. Which I found out the hard way one day when I was like, oh, this run's so carried. I got Brimstone and blue I can't use it. It didn't work out so well, let's just put it that way. Yeah, what game doesn't glitch out in Flash? By the way, everybody? Anybody see it? Anybody? 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 No? Buttless Chubb. Yep, there it is. Haku saw it first. Buttless Chubb. I was waiting to see, like, I gave you guys a little bit of extra time there just to be sure. But yep, Buttless Chubb for Morag. Yep, Buttless Chubb. Gotta love this guy. So notice the glitch out. Again, Flash, being a bro, kind of forgot to put a butt on Chubb. So that does happen from time to time. Welcome to Flash being completely overloaded. And again, the other trick with those mimics right there, you can just stand still like Morag just did, or if you really, really want to push for time for whatever, and it'll save you like a millisecond. But you can actually walk around and make sure that the cube of meat floating around you will keep on hitting that mimic. But again, it's like a millisecond that you're going to wind up saving. It's so minimal, it's not worth it, honestly, most of the time. Because I tend to walk the wrong way, and then it's like, well, I just screwed myself. Because then you'll add time to your race, so you might as well just stand still, honestly. You'll break even. On that note, not worried about adding time anymore. Morag's actually come across his mom's heart fight. So once he clears out these godforsaken screaming babies that I cannot stand, he'll be on into his mom's heart fight. And on that note, Rumn down. So Morag looking to finish this off with 3 hearts left here. Looks like he's going to go back and make sure that he's got all the hearts that he can. Make that 3.5. One more at the far end on the right. He's going to go grab this. You'd be surprised. Let me try that again. Most racers actually finish with their D6. You'd actually be surprised. I think at this point, if I did the math, it'd be pretty close to a 50-50 breakdown of if you actually kept the D6 the entire time or not. But again, back up to his 4.5 hearts here. Just about at full-on health. Morag going to move on into his mom's heart fight and looking to take himself a 1-0 lead here. So, best of luck, sir, with your 4 bombs. Ooh, at least they're homing bombs and Mr. Mega for that matter, but oof, I hate having low amounts of bombs going into this fight. But with more than enough health here. Ooh, he does have a poop sock bomb. So, if by any miracle you can get that in the dead center of the room or up at the top here, that would actually damage Mom's heart. But not worth worrying about. Ooh, actually, oh, just missed. Just actually missed. Again, we got Guppy's head for Rumn, and you'll see that'll actually, when he uses it, spawn about anywhere between, I think, 2 and 6 Friend Sylvian attack flies. And again, Polyphemus for him the second time tonight. But again, looking like it might be too little too late. Morag dropping his second to last bomb. There's number 1. And already about halfway through Mom's heart fight here, so those bombs ripping on through. He made sure that he kept those in line for the mass, so very good use right there by Morag. The mass spawns are the worst. Make sure you drop a bomb. Again, you can walk right into Mom's heart. It ain't gonna hurt you, so don't worry about it. Nothing to fear. But again, there's just under 50% left to go. Looks like Mom's heart gonna stay out the rest of the battle here for Morag to be able to direct damage it. And still rocking that full health that he came in with. Well, not full health. He's off by half a heart, but he came in with that much. Again, very nicely used homing bombs. Couple more hits, and Morag's going to have this one, ladies and gentlemen. So very nicely done here. There's that damage shield. Might as well just faceplant. And there you have it, ladies and gents. Morag got himself a 1-0 lead here. By the way, official time on that, about an hour and a half for anybody wondering. So I know that was going to be a question, but get up and stretch, good sir. Get up and stretch. Very nicely done. So again, very nice. Morag getting himself a 1-0 lead here in this best 2 out of 3. Again, we'll reset both of these racers. We'll get them both back at basement number 1 here. Let me get you the link into their channels, if I could remember what the hell I actually set that to. There we go. That'll link into both Rumn and Morag's channels, so go say good job to both of them. Let me run a couple minute worth of ads here while they both get reset. Morag's probably going to do the same because he has a partner here on Twitch. So go give him the support, and I will be right back in about a minute, guys and gals. We'll get round number 2 underway. Alrighty, we're back and we're clear, so give me 1 second to flip this on back over once I can figure out where the hell the button is. There we go. So again, we got both of these two reset. Excuse me, sorry about clearing my throat at you there. Lemonade does the body good, not your throat. Either way, we got both of these racers reset. We're about to start round number 2 here. Again, Morag's got the right idea. He's got water. Smart man. Smart man. Don't drink lemonade, kids. Water. Anyways, like I was saying, we're about to start round number 2. Again, we're going to race on through Mom's Heart. So the first to take that out is going to get a point down at the bottom of the screen. Again, Morag leading 1-0 right now over Rumn. And Rumn looking to even this up at 1 apiece, force the pivotal game 3. Morag looking to take the night 2-0, get his second win. Okay, if you guys are both ready, then go ahead and fire a couple shots around the room. I'll do your countdown for you. But let me know that whenever both of you guys are ready, and then we'll go from there. Alright, Morag walking around and firing. I didn't see Rumn yet, although I think I did, but I wasn't 100% sure. Okay, cool. So Rumm's ready too. So again, let me do the countdown for these guys. We'll get this thing rolling, and we'll start round number 2. On my countdown from 3, 2, 1. Go anytime you hear this, and good luck to both of you. So again, we're off and racing with round number 2 as soon as those two hear me actually do the countdown. And again, there might be a little bit of a delay, so apologies for that, but that's how it works with casting. Looks like we're just about to go. Ooh, Talogy from Morag. Again, Rumn doing the walking as he heard me counting. There you go. Ooh, and number 1. Ooh, no, he's going to reset. Okay, so number 1 is, you can see what technology does for Morag. I don't think I have to explain the laser firing out of his eye. But nonetheless, Rumm actually reset on number 1, which would have turned his tears into number 1 urine, quite honestly. But what that would have done is dropped his range all the way down to minimal. You can ask Vendrith how much he hates that, by the way. Vendrith, I know you're here. Go ahead and explain your hatred for that item. But nonetheless, drops your range all the way down to minimum, ups your tier rate, and ups your damage, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, holding down the R button is how you reset as quickly as you do. Or as they do, I should say. I should probably phrase things correctly. A little bit of money here for Rumm, and Morag already on his first boss fight, Monstro, as you can see. Oh, it's okay. I think we took that one out, actually. We might have. Not sure. Ooh. Rumm with that early devil deal question. Do you take Brimstone for 2 of your 3 hearts? That's a yes, you do. So down to 1 heart here for Rumm, but Brimstone right off the bat. Oh my, Brimstone versus technology. I don't think we've seen that combination of a race yet. So this could get fun. A little bit of damage up on Jesus Juice, as that I believe is mismarked. It says range and tears up, it definitely is not. That is a great question, Fabio. Why are cats so damn adorable? Yeah, oh, dat deal. So again, a couple of soul hearts there for Rumm to make up for the hearts that he just spent. Oop, let's see those no scrolls as Rumm rerolls it. Ooh, Bloody Lust. Now that's interesting. Every enemy that Rumm kills in a room, up to a maximum of 6, will give you X amount of increased damage. So you get about 3 damage up at the end of the room if you can kill off enough enemies. But it will cap out at one point. Again, the Dead Sea Scrolls are banned because they can give you a use of 3 different other banned items. So we just made it easier. There's also one glitched out part of it that RTC can vouch for. Wiggle Worm can be a use on that does nothing for you. And again, you see a real useless item, the Cat of 9 Tails, aka in this case, definitely Cat of 9 Tails for Rumm, as his shot speed on screen would increase, but yeah, Brimstone kind of automatically goes all the way across the screen, so that doesn't really help. But you can see as Rumm kills everything, he gets a little darker red, and so do his shots. That means that he's doing more damage. And again, you can see now both have fought Pin here, and you can see that both of these, with the piercing effect on Pin, can actually hit all these pieces and do a ton of damage to him. It's a laser battle. They're all afire and they're lasers. Again, Rumm finding that key, gonna go back in, finding himself little Chad. So this could, if he finds more red heart health up, could really help. Oh my, the curved horn for Morag out of the item box. And a sun card. Are you kidding right now? Wow. So 2 damage up off of that curved horn for Morag, and that is beautiful, beautiful find right now as far as a trinket spot goes. The sun card, for that matter, is a 3-use card. Full heal, damage to the room, and a full map reveal. So, oh, and he left a soul heart behind. What are you doing? Why would you leave that behind? I'm a firer and my mediocre employees. A few more soul hearts there for Rumm on the left-hand side. Yeah, gotta really go fast. And there's a split link for you already. Thank you for beating me to it, Haku. Very much appreciate it. Red chest with a few friends till the end flies for Rumn. Get away from that. Okay, so there's the fun part. If you touch a troll bomb in the game, you notice in the lower right corner of Morag's screen it actually said troll. That's what happens if you just touch them. They don't have to hit you, but if you touch them and even like move them out of the way, or, you know, in this case, touch it and run far enough away to not get hit by it, you're still okay. But you still see that message, which I love. I love that they put that in there. So again, Rumn gonna move on to his boss fight here. Oh look, it's Famine. We haven't seen you enough yet this week. Again, this could actually play out decently for Rumm, depending on how many extra flies he gets to spawn. Just like that, he's gonna up his damage every time Famine spawns one of those flies for him to kill. And again, that counts if enemies kill other enemies, like this. Rumm doesn't even have to kill them, and his damage just went up. So again, he just got another little bit of damage up right there. Gotta love that, you really have to love Bloody Lust. Like, that is such a great item. Another cube of meat, or a cube of meat, I should say, for Rumm. Excuse me. A little bit of health for Morag, nothing doing in that devil deal. Both gonna move on to their cave, well, caves 2 on the right side for Morag, caves 1 on the left side for Rumm, let me rephrase. Again, both with catacombs, expansion versions of the floors. Oh, you guys beat me to it with the no shovels. Again, not really much Rumm could do at that point anyways, because what are you really going to do? Spend the last bit of your health? We saw Melloways do it earlier today, but man, that's a risky move to be doing this early in the game. But yeah, there's those banned shovels. Again, for those wondering, we banned the shovel because every 6 rooms, that gives you a way down to the next floor. So let's say the Rumm took that right now. Hop down to caves 1, he'd immediately have a charge. He'd immediately move on to caves 2. 6 more rooms, he'd use it again, could immediately move on to depths 1. So on and so forth. Now, in a case like this, with what Rumm has, he'd be okay with that. Now, usually you would think like, oh, there's nobody that would do that, you wouldn't get any items, blah, blah, blah. With the build Rumm's got, would you really complain? Wiggle Worm, now that isn't really going to do anything for Rumm if I'm not mistaken, because I don't think that synergizes whatsoever with Brimstone. Although I honestly have never had that combination, so I highly doubt it, but... Oh, the bot's being slow. Oh well. I beat the bot that one. It claims to be tier 8 up, but I'm not 100% sure. But the bot got that one. Okay. Either way. Yeah, that 3 hype level. Let's get to hype level 3. It's all we need. Again, Rumm into his store. Not really able to afford anything except for the key, so he'll grab that. Doing pretty good, Kirby. How about yourself? And again, into his boss fight for yet another horseman here. Horseman? Let me try that again. Horseman. There's no C in that word. Either way, Morag finishing up. Ooh, God, that was a bad respawn on that red poop. Oh, God, really? Whoa, decision time. Oh, my. All right, so Morag taking Brimstone. We now have Brimstone rocking at the moment. Oh, God, have mercy on our souls. Anyways, another horseman here on the left as Rumm finishes this off. We'll get another cube of meat, so he'll have that wonderful 2-piece of meat orbital floating around him. God, did that sound wrong? That's going to get misquoted. It's about number 10 tonight of the misquotes, guys. Yeah, Dem Brimstone. So we got Brimstone versus Brimstone here. A little bit more damage with Rumm having... Oh, there you see Mr. Mega again. So more damage on Rumm's bombs as well. Speaking of more damage, yeah, I was going to say you're not going to replace Curved Horn for Isaac's Head. Isaac's Head would give you, go figure, Isaac's Head floating behind you, firing out base damage tiers. Nothing real special about him, but again, a trinket with more damage. Not as good as the 2 damage up on the Curved Horn, though, so Morag keeping that. So again, Rumm's doesn't come in damage-wise until after he's actually killed enemies, but he does have a slight advantage in that. Morag's is a consistent damage up with his Curved Horn. Or maybe he's going to... What are you doing? Okay. I'm more than mystified by that move, but okay. So basically, Morag has taken a damage down on his Brimstone to take Isaac's Head behind him, firing out those base damage single tiers. Oh, gotta love that, don't you, Taku? Judgy, please. Judgy pills. Yeah, I was going to say Morag's not real fond of those pills, so he's going to leave those behind. That was Mom's pill, or Mom's coin purse, I think is what it's called, actually. But drops about 4 pills for you. It's not real reliable unless you've already got either Lucky Foot, PhD, something of that nature. On the other hand, Small Rock, really? Really? I know you're walking slow, but seriously right now? Okay, I'm running out of words for the choices on the right side by Morag here, but that would have been damage up, fire rate increase, and movement speed down. Again, Rumn, on the other hand, fighting Krampus here, which is going to give him 21 damage up, if I did my math correctly, on his Brimstone, because you're always at full range with it. But with a lump of coal, as you get more range, your damage increases. Let's see, we got Mom's Bra to replace the D6, or yeah, to replace the D6 for Morag here. So that'll pause everything in place in the room for a couple of seconds. Woo, a little too close there for Rumn. And Rumm down on the left side. And Morag down on the left, so again, don't leave damage behind, kids. So all the way back to start for both of them again. And so it begins again. So again, both have their item rooms. Again, Morag looking at his boss fight as well. Again, Rumm knows where his is, so not too big of a deal. We got Rainbow Baby, and we got a reset incoming, I'm assuming. Indeed we do. So let's see those Rainbow Babies. Boy, I can talk. Wow, that's smart. So you actually pay Twitch money every month to get permabanned off the site. Hey, Taco, enjoy that one. You thought you were laughing before. Alright, so there's a Halo for all stats up for Rumn. Yep, let me get the dual link up in chat for you here. Never mind, beat me to it, thank you guys. There's a link to get into both Rumm and Morag's chat. Excuse me.